Today we make something super delicious with two things you might not generally think would go together: steak and peanut butter. And so what we're doing is we're gonna cook some ribeyes perfectly, which is certainly always the goal, and then we serve it with a Thai peanut sauce. And if you don't think these things go together, then you're wrong and you're mistaken, Charlie, because these two things are freaking delicious.
Show everybody these beasts.
Oh God, yes. And we have these to cook. Oh, and the way we cook these, can you imagine like earrings, right? Now I'm starting to feel like Lady Gaga a little bit. Do you like my new earrings? But the way we cook them is gonna be very exciting and different and fun. Let's see, first we need to get some briquettes going for the heat to cook these things, of course. Then we'll make our sauce. When the sauce is ready, we cook the steaks, we put everything together. And then we're happy as pigs in shit. Which I know is an expression. Are the pigs really happy in the shit? Or are they just in the shit and they're like, this is our life? I'd rather be in mud, but Larry over there took a big one this morning. Now we're laying in his shit. So this is probably not good food talk, is it?
Let's move on from the big
Move
shit.
on. We're gonna begin by filling up our chimneys with briquettes. Like this. Excuse me while I struggle. Oh, for God's sakes. You just can't grab it properly. And I want right up to the top. If you're thinking, Sam, that's an awful lot of briquettes, well, guess what? You're right. Because, well, you're gonna see why when we get to that point. Which probably you've already seen if you watch the beginning of this, because knowing Max, he likes to give everything away. Now we take some briquette bag. Beautiful. Take about half of each. Get it to some smaller pieces. Stuff it under. This is where the fire accelerant goes. Is that the right word? Fire accelerant? I'm trying to think of the crime stuff I've been listening to. I do believe the term is accelerant. Gasoline, fire, anything that will make this thing go. When you got your paper underneath, time to light her up. And you're probably 20, 25 minutes from lighting to the briquettes being ready to use. And somebody wrote in and said that this was not acting properly. And they're right, I do need to replace this. Thank you for the heads up. I'm sorry, I can't pull your name out of my hat right now, but okay. You guys might want to get away from that side of it.
There's a lot of smoke.
There's a lot of smoke coming. But we need it, and you're gonna see why. So this was maybe a terrible thing. I wanna cook these things right here, but look at, I mean, it's just, I need to go. Can I go put them over there?
Go for it. Just don't drop them.
This, I'm telling you, this smoke is, oh my God. I'm just getting a mouthful of this shit. Ah. Okay, you need only 3 things to make peanut butter. You need peanuts. You need a little sweetener of some kind, because it can be a bit bitter. I'm using a little bit of honey. It's totally optional. And some salt. That's it. Maybe a squeeze of oil near the end, depending on how creamy you want it. But we're gonna go just with this and see how we do. Into our processor we go. 2 cups. Okay, that looks good to me. All right, the lid goes on and we start. Now here's the deal. You don't want to burn out your motor. It's gonna get hot. This could take anywhere from 5 to say 7 or 8 minutes of grinding. So we're gonna grind for about a minute, stop, check it out. Grind for about a minute, stop, check it out. And you'll see the progress as we go. Okay, so look at what we've got. This is the different stages of making peanut butter. It's just starting to come together a little bit. But obviously, we're not even close. Another stage. And it's actually sort of starting to look like peanut butter. But not there yet. Not there yet, everybody. Come on now. What's that look like?
Wow.
So far, nothing, right? We only have peanuts in here. So now we're gonna give it just a tiny bit of honey, maybe a half a tablespoon, like that. And maybe a half a teaspoon of salt, like that. Remember, salt's gonna help the whole flavor profile, won't make it salty. And we process. Boys, are we on our way to some beautiful peanut butter?
It does seem that way.
Not quite there yet though, another little bit. Oh, come on, that. Okay, boys need to taste this a little bit. Gentlemen, hold on, I'll taste a bit.
Dang. Wow.
mean, come on, that's pretty freaking perfect. You want it smoother?
I think it's perfect.
So if you wanted it slightly chunkier, there's a biplane, sounds like doing loops above us. If you wanted it chunkier, after that initial blitz, 30 seconds or so, I would take a small handful of the crushed up stuff out, and at this point where it is right now, I'd throw it back in, give it one quick whiz, and then it would be there. You could put, if you wanted some spice in this, you put a little spice in. Jalapeno peanut butter, do they even make that?
Don't think so, but they do spicy honey, so.
Spicy honey. Just know that if you wanted it to be almond butter, cashew butter, same process, my friends, same process. But now we're gonna use this as the base for our Thai peanut sauce. That's gonna happen in a little pot right here. Our peanut sauce will begin with about a half a cup of our freshly made peanut butter. Beautiful. And we follow that up with a couple tablespoons of soy. 1, 2. Sorry, it's supposed to be a couple teaspoons of soy. Wait, I can do this.
Dump it out. Dump it.
Warts and all, baby. All right, about a tablespoon of brown sugar. Nice. Some sriracha, a couple teaspoons. 1, 2, I hope. Maybe half a teaspoon sesame oil, like that. And I'm gonna go with about a teaspoon of our beloved chili crunch. That hurt your ears, Max? And now on gentle heat, we're just gonna mix this. I have a little chicken broth at the ready because you're gonna need to thin this a bit. You can see it's gonna be too thick. We don't want it pourable like water, but we do want it thinned. So I'll give it a tablespoon or so at a time. You could use water if you want. I like chicken broth. Beautiful. Then again. Oh, God. Oh. Be careful. I never imagined this episode needed to come with a hazard warning. And then get it where you want it. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Okay, this is now looking just like I want it. So I'd say we probably ended up, I don't know, 1/4 cup of the broth, could have been water. And that for me now, this for me is perfecto. So I'm gonna take it off the heat. I don't wanna boil it or anything. I use the heat to mix it. I'll throw it back on just before we need it when it's time to use it with the steaks. But I think we're almost ready to cook those steaks. So let's check the coals and see where we at. This could deserve a little bit of backstory, but I wanted to share something with you guys and Max and Chance, everybody seeing it at the same time. So I have this picture on my phone. I will send to them, which I just did, and then you guys will see it. Pay attention. Tell me what you're looking at, because I know what you're looking at.
Shut the fuck up.
So look, you know that I've been moved to take up a cause, and the cause was the Pavilion supermarket that's closest to our house. When they remodeled, they did not put any kind of bell at the meat counter, which is a seafood, meat, poultry counter. It's huge. And I've been complaining for a long time. Not about me, but when I see a sweet little elderly woman standing there, they're all in the back and they have no idea that she's there. And I will say, anybody helping you? She goes, no. I go, how long you been there? She goes, 3-4 minutes. So I go in the back, I push open the door with my foot, because it's probably got meat on it. And I go, somebody needs help. Do the same thing for me. I don't care about me, I can go in the back. Lung cancer, not one person. So this is what you do. You go in here like this. You go, can I have some help? I saw a bunch of executives there one day. I went up and I said, guys, I'd like to suggest an idea that I think would be beneficial to the customers of this store. And I kind of got blown off. So I've been complaining about it here because I don't think it's right. I really don't. And so the store director, Mark Combs, came up to me a couple weeks ago, maybe even just a week or so ago, and said, can we call a truce? He goes, I go, truce? He goes, look, I'm trying to get a bell in here. It's not easy. And I think it's easy. He goes, I've got to, just trust me. He goes, can we call a truce? I said, yeah, I'll give you a month. He said, okay, I appreciate that. I've not bitched anything since then. I'm in there today. I hear somebody in my ear say, not one, but 2 bells. And I turn and it's him and I go, pardon? He goes, look at the counter. And there it was. Ring bell for assistance. So here, let me just send this to you boys. Here's the man. Mark Combs made this happen.
Thank you, Mark.
Up to this point, no one's been able to pull this off. He's the store director. I want to thank him for listening and trying and actually making it happen. For me, this is a huge victory. I will dedicate today's episode to that man, Mark Combs, making shit happen at that Pavilions. Now, let's go grab those 2 jet engines and cook our steaks. Okay, everybody away. Super hot. Oh God, super hot. Oh my God, burning my arm. Shit, fuck. Wait, was that the one? One was taller. I can't remember which one it was. Oh shit. Nope, it's this way. Okay. So here's the plan. Plan is we take a rack, we put her on top. That's pretty good, huh? There we go. So if you're ready, I've got my steaks all oiled up, seasoned. One here. Oh shit. One there. So a few weeks ago, we cooked steaks directly on coals that we had dumped out from these chimneys. And it occurred to me, that might have been a wasted step. Will this work? I think it will. There's going to be a lot of turning involved. You know that. That's how I like to cook a steak. This way, that way, this way, that way. Oh my God. And the reason we did it that way a couple weeks ago, and the reason we're doing it like this, is because when it's that hot underneath, it gives a gorgeous char, amazing texture, and ridiculously delicious flavor. Let's have a quick look. Nice. I'm going to turn them. Kind of wish my setup was a little more stable, but wow, this is fantastic. It really is. I do feel like something's going to catch on fire here, and I hope it's not going to be me.
I thought your towel was
on fire. I think this is fantastic. It's probably dangerous AF with a setup like this, with my grates not fitting perfectly, but it's gorgeous. Whoa! Come on, everybody. Well, you're always happy when there's lots of flame and stuff.
This is awesome.
This has got to be like a wet dream for you. So I don't imagine this is going to take too long, but if it's your first time here, forget how this is happening. Pay more attention to the fact that we're turning the steaks frequently, and that will help cook them evenly all the way through. You won't get that gray ring. You'll just get beautiful medium rare, which is what we're aiming for. End to end and wall to wall. Turning. Do you see this sizzling? That's amazing. Let's just get a quick temp on these, shall we? See where we at, where we be. You can tell by poking it in when it struggles to go in. It's not anywhere near ready. But you see this. This is what's happening that I'm so damn happy about. Oh, I want that. That's the bites. All this outside. That's the crisp. Shit. Did you see that? I do not condone this behavior at home, unless you end up with a better setup. Just seemed like a good idea for a second there, and I'm loving what's happening, but you do have to be careful. Look at the color up here. Okay, this guy's ready and coming off, and this guy's got to be there too, coming off. God, I hope I didn't fuck him up. Oh my God, but they're so beautiful. And here we are. We were just saying that was an intense few minutes. The flames licking at our faces. All right, here this little guy can come off. And should we just have a look at what we've done here? Oh, isn't that the dream? Isn't that really the dream? So we'll just cut some gorgeous pieces here.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're crying it's not done enough, well, go cook your own. This guy, I think this guy should be fully done. Cut that little guy off. That's beautiful. And let's just see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's just all good, and I'm happy. And these pieces are gorgeous.
Oh.
Who doesn't want to eat all of this? Well, I guess a non-meat eater, probably.
You non-meat eater.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking to do. I'm actually thinking to have just a little corner bite. Can I do that, please? Why not? Oh my God. So this peanut butter sauce heated up a little bit. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, now here's what we do. Now we take our steak and we come in like that. Gosh darn. And the rest. Spread this out a little bit. We're just gonna do a couple things here. A little more fresh ground pepper. A little flaky sea salt. Gorgeous. Tiny bit more. Take a little bit of this sauce here now. Paint it. Decorate. Pretty, pretty, pretty. This charring is absolutely everything. Ty, some crushed peanuts, and just to finish it off, just a scattering of cilantro looking gorgeous. That's a picture I would bring to the table. So actually, boys, let's do that. I'll take a couple pieces home. Mom will not eat it, I'm 100% certain.
Really?
Because of the sauce. I could wash it. I could rinse it off. That'd be horrible. Look at the char. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's so beautiful, but I want to draw your eye to the char, to this. When we thought about doing this, my mind immediately went, char. I want it, and I want it in a big way, and oh boy, I think we got it. I mean, look at it. So let's just, oh, it's hot. It's hot, shit. Let's just get a beautiful bite. Ow, ah. It's amazing how much heat this holds. Come on now, for God's sakes. Beautiful medium rare on the inside. Yeah, okay, it was dangerous AF, but still. If you went to a Thai restaurant and you saw, I don't know, Thai peanut beef or something, I don't think, I wouldn't question it. But when you say, I'm gonna put peanut butter with steak, that sounds bizarre to me, but it does not taste bizarre. It is oh so delicious. Okay, so just make it. It's that simple. I mean, I really don't know what else to say. I could stand here and eat a whole bunch of it. I don't know that that's proof that it's amazing. It could just be proof that I'm a fat kid and I just want to stuff my face. Which frankly I do because it's so damn good. Amazing combination, beautifully cooked steak. Try and go for that char, right? Try and go for that char. You don't have to do this, which we took away because it was way too much heat. But just go for it. Try something different. Just dump them out like we did a couple weeks ago, right on the deck. You'll be very happy. And don't forget, today is the day. Oh, this could be yours. Well, you could buy it and then it could be yours. The Sam the Cooking Guy 12-inch cast iron pan is on sale officially today. Thank you for those of you that have waited patiently. You could be doing this at home. I mean, burning yourself like me, of course, but try not to do that part. If you've liked this nonsense today and you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. It's 100% free, doesn't cost you anything. It just says, we support you boys. Max, Chance, Sam, we're behind you all the way. And let me remind you, thank you, Mark Combs, Pavilion's Carmel Valley store director, for getting that button, 2 buttons in place. And a couple of you wrote them separately. Kevin, you're one of them. Thank you. We appreciate it. You guys support us. We love that. We're here for you. Promise we are. 3 million's coming up and we're giving away some cool shit. Stuff. Won't be shit, will it? We're not giving away shit.
No.
No, not shit. Good stuff.